G'day everyone, T-Nick back here again in OpenTTD with the DBXL set. Now I know I promised this time we were going to start off by connecting up this farm here and then, these towns to our network. But one thing I thought to do while I was between episodes is one of my very helpful viewers actually pointed out how easy it was to use the auto replace function. And I thought I would just show that off for, dinosaurs like myself who are not actually familiar with it. So in this case, we want to replace the fitter generic flatbed truck when it gets to a certain age. And we'd like to replace it with something slightly nicer. So, why don't we go ahead with the Access Rigel here. I mean, it's a faster vehicle, it's got far more capacity and yada, 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 yada. So I'd like to replace only old vehicles, please, just in case we do have any newer ones around, and it will automatically send these guys back to the depot and switch them out for a new version. Likewise, the first set of buses we built, which there they are, 29 and 30, well, not only are they hemorrhaging money, but they are also getting on in years as well, so I will also have them set up to replace with, the Foster Pioneer bus. That'll do fine, I think. And we'll replace them when they're old, please. So that'll be fine. So then we can just set and forget, close that window down, and those vehicles will magically replace themselves. Thus, I don't have to spend 4 hours going drag to trash, sell, buy a new truck, send on way, rinse and repeat. And coal production at Worcester coal mine has fallen. Increased. I'm so used to seeing it say fallen. Like that. I mean, I'm pointing at the screen again and that says decreases, not fallen, but you get the point. See, increases. This is a happy day. This is a very happy day. Whack. Oh, okay, it's because you're rubbish. Oh, well, still, any increase of 50% is better than 15. And that's been offset with a decrease. Okay. No, yep, okay, that's very exciting. We'd like to... Can we start the episode now? Yes, we can. Good. We've got another one that slipped, but, bugger him. I will start with... Well, we weren't using it anyway, so it's not a problem. And now we're going to make our way back to that part of the world. I was terrified that we were going to have to lie and not start the episode with our super freight passenger thing here. So, this is actually a really good farm. But remember, and I'm recording these back to back, so thanks for reminding me, I guess, if you have. If you haven't, shame on you for not reminding me. So remember, we have to have a 5-tile station maximum, and we do not want to electrify just because, I don't know, variety? If we don't electrify, we'll have some diesel trains, I guess. Now, we probably, actually, are we going to be able to? No, probably not going to be able to good siding here. I was going to say maybe we could have a good siding in here, but I don't think these towns are actually big enough. So keep it nice and rural. So you should replace yourself by yourself, as should you, as should you, as should you, as should you, as should you. Hopefully that is actually working. Whenever you're ready, guys. Any minute now. Okay, so I'm assuming they will replace when they go back to the depot. If I see a third, notification that they're getting very old, order a replace and I are going to have words, there's going to be many words. None of them very pleasant. There'll be naughty words like whoopsie doodle and silly flobbin. Words that I just made up. So I want to put in some sort of super station here to serve both towns. And by super station, I mean a normal station that just has a bus connection. Because super station sounded better. Can't you just let me have this one? No, that's fine. Whatever. That's cool. So we will start off with a nice little footbridge because I do like a good footbridge at my stations, and also a potted plant because, well, potted plants are cool. And just in case it rains, we'll be generous and put a bit of roofing down. But I mean, if you're not in this fancy little station building, then what are you even doing? Now, unfortunately, it does make it kind of hard to squidge a junction in there, so we might just go around the outside and squidge a junction in somewhere else. But now, what I want to do, I want to make this a little bit fancy, and unnecessarily fancy, by the way, just in case you thought maybe you're watching a channel where people paid more attention to function over appearance. No, that's not happening here. No, it's all about appearances. So, I want to have it so it looks like we've got this nice little integrated bus stop here, and that's actually part of the station. So people can get off here, and that didn't line up with the footbridge the way I thought it would. So they'll just sort of jump down. I don't know, they'll figure it out. But, you know, it's a thing that we've done, and I like it, so good for me. You know, I do what I want. So yeah, we'll run the main line down here, and we'll just squidge that land up there so we can keep the tracks in line, and that will be hunky-dory. And then this one here, we will just burrow under with a cheeky tunnel, because I'm feeling a bit lazy, and, you know, why shouldn't I? Do what I want. Make sure we put the correct signals in there, which we have, and we'll end up with a very similar setup to how we ended up down at the other farm there. What's it called? Wilderman Farm. Yeah, that's. I knew it was called that. Where we have our little signal at the junction here, and then the farm trains can just come and go as they please. It would help if I put that on the correct side. Kind of useless on that side because that is the wrong direction. Good. Chuck in another couple of signals there that we probably don't need. Maybe we need it. No. I'm just sort of swinging here. Yeah, just spitballing. Run a bit of track down here, and this should line up nicely. Look at that. Isn't that a nice big sweeping S-curvy dogleg sort of thing? It looks cool. I'm happy with it. That's good. A lot of steel mills under construction at the moment. Is there something I don't know about? Are we expecting a massive upsurge in the demand of steel? Something like that? I don't know. Okay. Well, all I know is I want to get this line moving because the BR110 should be available. Not yet. Okay. Well, when it is available, I really want to electrify some lines and roll them out big time because that is one of my favourite German locos, and I think they're still in service today. Actually, I don't know. They might have finally dropped off in the last couple of years, but I've certainly seen sort of recent photos where they are fairly modern times. That was an awful sentence and just absolutely appalling English. Why are you losing money? Is it because of this awful bridge? Is it because of this awful train in front of you, which still has another 6 years of life left, and me being a tight ass means I'm not going to get rid of it? You're not making money. That's disturbing. You're one of our newer... No, you're an older train, but on a newer line. So, yeah, that's something to keep an eye on, because I hope I haven't oversaturated this section here between Braunschweig and Nürnberg. How are you doing now? Still poorly. Okay, well, that's good to know. That's good. Yes, so we've put the signals in here. All we've got to do is deploy a couple of trains. So I'll scoot down to this depot here. And, yeah, I reckon we'll stick with the common theme. We'll stick with the BR01. Actually, no, this is a really good performing farm. So, no, we'll go the V200. We'll properly roll out some decent quality train, I guess you'd call it. Well, it is a train. I mean, we would call it a train. But, you know, decent quality rolling stock. That's what I'm looking for. And we'll be sending you down to the same factory. And we'll use the same little sneaky maneuver we did last time. Sending you via this waypoint and then having a second go at the service. And I will drop the waypoint in the other direction just in case he gets lost once we start sort of connecting more lines up to this trunk line we've got going on here. Now for the grain, because it's also a reasonably well-performing farm, we'll go ahead and... Oh, hello. No, I don't want that yet, but I will. There's so many good trains being invented in the 1950s. It's too much. I can't handle it. Well, I can handle it. I'll be fine. But, you know, it's more dramatic if I can't handle it. It's too much. Yes. Oh, high drama. So, obviously, we've put on the nice high-capacity hoppers there. And they've got cute little lids on them to make sure the grain doesn't get wet or eaten by the birds. Or wet and then eaten by the birds. Or eaten by the birds and then pooed in. But I'm assuming the birds. I really hope the birds are pooing in the grain. 100% increase... Yeah, 100 increase on 6, so 12. Cool. That's gone well. And of course, iron ore production has slipped because we don't rely on iron ore to make money or anything. That's fine. Do what you want. Now, we also wanted to start connecting up our passenger line, but first I'll get this bus network going. So I'll put a bit of a bus stop in here just to bring people up from the town. And then I'll obviously put a bus stop in town over here. And hopefully this won't turn everything into a money hemorrhaging mess, you know, like our feeder services did in the last game. That's the 150. Don't really need that because we're not building too many mountains. Let's go the double deck bus for this so we can have sort of two of them. And they've got good capacity then. They're a bit slow though, 40 k's an hour. I'm not a massive fan of that, but yeah, I guess we'll make it work. So we'll get 2 of them, and we'll get you to go straight to Nebel, just to try and space them out a little bit, although I don't think it will space them out too much. So now we've got the little buses going, so they'll just fiddly-diddly-dee. They will run back and forth, and hopefully when we get the trains connected, they will start dropping some people off at the station at this little bus stop here. So now I will put in a quick little bit of reversing track. So trains are coming in this way, so I'll just knock that signal out there, drop that in there, and then just put a temporary signal in there. And we will start Now I was using that. Stupid wit 9 all mine, you rack'em frack'em jerk train. Well, man, definitely closed. It takes them like a month to build the thing. You see it come up in various stages. When it closes, it's just gone. Just flatten it. And I never fixed the... Well, I don't need to fix the signals now. I was going to fix the signals on this line, but well, I guess I don't have to because it's all over now. We can get rid of the station. Bye-bye. And of course, you will run down, unload what little iron ore you have, and then go to the depot. Why are you lost? Because I didn't connect the road up. There you go. Okay, do you want to have a bit of a crack? Turn around. Have a crack. Well, that's definitely spaced them out at least. Oh, not much. Okay. Well, in that case, you may as well, start off from the route when it starts. That was awesome English. Wow, I talk good today. I really should not be recording a couple of episodes back to back if I can't string 2 words together. Yes, so we've got the farm trains going. And I do need to issue a bit of a correction. When I skimmed the Wikipedia article before about the VT08, I didn't get all the information. They were bought as 2-car trains, so exactly what you see here, a motor and a control trailer. However, they later bought intermediate cars and then bought more motors to run them as 4-car trains with a motor at each end. So we're perfectly justified in having 4 and 8-car trains, which is good, because they are a really good train. I think they stick around for a little while. I certainly hope they will. We'll start off with 4 cars for now, just because he's only doing a little bit of a shuttle. But obviously, in the long term, we'll want to increase that to an 8-car train. But yeah, so he can just shuttle back and forth, and that will bring these towns into the rest of the network, which is just fine and dandy. I know you have a void order, but you're going to the depot to be chopped up into little pieces. So, it's all going to come out in the wash. Now, I would like to continue connecting this up, but again, there is something I noticed between episodes that I would like to sort of have a crack at fixing, because, well, how long ago did that close and move? No wonder you're losing money every year. I really should pay more attention to this stuff. Okay, you disappear. Yeah, no wonder you've broken down. I don't blame you, buddy. And we are just going to shift your platform. I didn't notice this between episodes. This is a bonus. What are we looking for? ISR stations. And we're just going to shift your station. We probably only need a 3-tile station. No, that's a longer train than that. 4-tile station. Yeah, 4-tile station will be fine. In fact, we'll make it 5 just to keep it standard. And we'll just move it down here. And yeah, we'll just sort of just correct this little oversight here. Yeah, really got to pay more attention. If it's losing money, it's probably losing money for a reason, you Burke. Okay, so that, business as usual. Yeah, you are really going to have a rough time. I'm very sorry about that. Good luck. Okay, well, there goes whatever was there, so I'm glad we didn't need that. But yeah, so between episodes, I noticed we have 1,600 people waiting at Hamburg to go via Shortens. 1,600 people. And our trains are just not cutting it. Plus, this is still a single track line. So, yeah, before we press on building new lines, I should probably get my house in order and correct the old ones. So I'm going to go ahead and double track this line and, ooh, new forest. No, don't get distracted. Eyes on the prize. And well, this is going to be expensive. Yeah, 322 mil. You weren't kidding. Yeah, we are going to just get our house in order and fix this line up, because that is embarrassing. Poor old Hamburg. Imagine that, arriving at the station and having to wait for like a month to get on a train. Yeah, we can do better than that for the citizens of Hamburg. Not much better, because, we're still notoriously tight-fisted when it comes to money, but we'll give them a better train service. a little bit better anyway. So that's all fixed up there. Obviously, that is the coal branch line there. That is fine. So we'll swing a bit of extra track around this side. That is the rest of the coal branch line there. So now you're coming out and continuing that way, so that's fine. So we can get rid of this here. Good, that's fine. That'll function. And then we connect the rest of it up over to this passing loop here. And then just get rid of the extra signals and bits of track. So these signals here, long since obsolete. That one's obsolete as well. I can't remember why I didn't replace them. I think I forgot. And then we'll just go ahead and put some fancy new electric signals in, because that's more forests. I'm very happy with the forest obsession that's going on. Better than the steel mill obsession. I've got a steel mill. I like the steel mill I have. Not looking for a new one. Just saying. Go down here, drop another couple of signals in here, drop another one there, and then we'll drop one here. We'll leave the existing semaphores just because can't be bothered replacing them. They work exactly the same. So that jigs around here. We're not actually using that mine anymore, but I'll keep the track there just in case one day we want to put something else on. I'll put another viaduct in just to keep it consistent and connect that up there. Yeah, so this triangle here we can remove because nothing's using it. I don't think. If something is using it, I'm going to be very embarrassed in a few minutes when it goes, train blah 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 is lost. Yeah, I know. I went and stuffed up. So that's fine there. We'll get rid of this bit of connecting track here. At least it should be easy to drag and drop some signals here. That'll make life easy for a change. So flip that over to an electric. Drop one there. Drop a couple in here. And then, woo! Drag and drop. Yeah, all the way up there. Make that one go away, because I don't like it. And then we'll do the same thing in the other direction. Oh, that's fancy. Look at that. And oh, we've still got more. Good thing we built that bridge over 2 tracks over here. That was remarkable, well, out of character foresight displayed by me. Again, cannot string a sentence together. Why are we doing this today? No, we have to do it today or I get beaten. No, fair call. Yep, that's how that goes. Yes, so we'll connect that up like that. Would help if I actually... Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, it's my bad. I got a bit ahead of myself there. I put the cart ahead of the horse. Or the carriages ahead of the loco, so to speak. Train analogies. What fun. Good. Okay, so that is fine. That should be that line entirely double-tracked. We can get rid of that. And we can drop these signals in and then drag them down. And that will be fine. One other thing about Hamburg is I can't understand why I didn't just put these tracks in like this. Why I kept them going through here. Because as far as I know, nothing from Utersen... Oh no, we do have trains from Utersen that go through to Wolfsbad. Oh, we do. I completely forgot about that. But anyway, those are going to disappear eventually because I want to segregate these 2 lines so that we have a lot of mainline trains going from Wolfsbad down to Shortens, and then we have a lot of trains going from Neubrandenburg, and they will come up to Buxtehude and then probably down to Flensburg, but obviously that is a little way in the future. But I'm glad I checked that because we'll keep this junction in place for now, however ludicrously unfunctional it is. Ludicrously unfunctional? Is that a word we're using? It's a word we're using. We're definitely using that word. That's a thing we've done. So now we definitely need more trains on this route. So how many of you are there? 2. 2 trains. We're trying to move 2,000 people. We're going to put a few more trains on. Let's hope the BR01's still available. Actually, no, it's a premium line. Let's just go ahead and put the diesels on, and we can redeploy these guys elsewhere. So let's go ahead and get one of you. And, the one of those available. Oh, yes. Oh, I do like that one. Now, let's see. 4 tiles long? What are you? 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4. Yeah, you're 4 tiles long. That's fine. Can we paint you on a fancy colour scheme? Ooh, F-Train. I'm okay with this. F-Train, that's some sort of express. Possibly an express train. And I think if we add a 5th one, yeah, we get a nice little dining car. So I'll just drop that one there, just so we don't have to go through all the trouble of refitting them again. But yeah, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll build 4 of them. Why not? We've got the money. Well, we've got less money now, but we've got the money. And that should be fine to send them on their way. No, it won't, because we never actually cloned your orders. And the other ones didn't. Don't go back in the depot. Go back in the depot. Stop. Okay. Just everyone back in the depot. Let's just pick up the pieces and start again. Okay, so that's fine. I could have sworn I cloned you guys and shared orders, but obviously that didn't work, did it? So we'll get you guys to share orders as well, please. Yep, really T-nicked that one up. That's right, I'm using my own name as a adjective to describe someone who stuffs up. But don't those trains look nice with their fancy gleaming blue carriages and their nice red dining car and whatever else they have going for them? I'm sure there's air conditioning or something. But yes, so they will soon start doing good work. It'll take a little while to get through the backlog at Hamburg, but hopefully they start making some progress there. But yes, that is something I just wanted to fix up there. Okay, why are you losing money? Man, you really do not produce much grain, do you? I do not know why I'm bothered with this train. Yeah, I'm very tempted to just scrap this whole train and replace it with a couple of trucks. The livestock train, however, doing all right for himself. Grain train, doing poorly. Livestock train, good. Grain train. Seriously, guys, could you not space each other out a bit? Just even a little. Just have the illusion of spacing yourselves out. That would be enough for me. Just pretend. We'll leave the grain train running for now, but that is something I want to keep an eye on. He might be a candidate for a shunting diesel when one gets invented. Yes, so we've got those diesels running there. We've got our new diesel running up here. I think we need to extend this line. We need to finally make good on our 2-episode promise to make it up to the main line up here. How are you doing? You making some money? You are making good money, and you're running almost at capacity. You go, buddy. Good for you. No one waiting there, and a lot of people waiting here, though. These buses are not cutting it. Let's go ahead and chuck another couple of them on first before we go anywhere else. And I do realise they won't be spaced out, but, well, I've stopped caring. How are we going with those auto-replaced vehicles, by the way? Oh, worked perfectly. Of course, these guys have not gotten old yet, so they have not auto-replaced. But as you can see, our log trucks have. So that is that's fantastic. So this one now obsolete. We can remove it. Stop replacing vehicles. There we go. Get rid of it there. Good stuff. That is fantastic. But yeah, so next step is to extend this line from learning. Stop interrupting me. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I said stop it. Thank you. To Heidi. Actually, we could probably just connect Heidi up with the bus too, really. It's not that far, and it would save our trains having to make an extra stop there. Let's just do that. Let's just go ahead, and that doesn't line up with anything. Good stuff. What about you? That lines up quite nicely. Yeah, excellent. Good. I love it. And yeah, that's going to go well. So we will we'll extend our bus route down here to Heidi. In fact, why don't we just build a second bus route? We can have one terminating at Learningen. Let's just put a bus stop in here. Let's remove this bus stop. Let's get rid of this. I said get rid of this. Okay, well, the town hates me, so we won't be getting rid of that. And we will extend our buses down to Heidi. Hopefully they will have capacity when they... Yeah, they won't have capacity, but we'll put more buses on. It'll be fine. So after Learningen... Learningen Central, sorry. You have a bit of a service, and then I want you to swing down to Heidi and then come back through Learningen Central. This probably would be a good candidate for a tram, because trams are, I think, slightly faster. That's definitely road vehicles. Where are the trams? They're down the bottom. We've got some fancy coloured trams here, don't we? What are you, 40 k's now? Okay, so exactly the same speed. Very good. That's good. Yep, okay. Well, we're going to start ignoring those news articles because they're just going to bring me pain. So we'll go ahead and chuck another, let's say, 4 buses on. Given they've got a lot further to go, I'm wondering if we shouldn't have invested in the faster buses instead. We probably should have. In fact, why don't we... Oh, yeah. Oh, look at me, using the auto-replace function like an old hand. Why don't we go ahead and replace you guys with the Foster Pioneer bus. Replace all vehicles now. Go. Yes. Make the double-decker ones go away, because the 40k an hour bit is not going to hold water on this long stretch here. Why have you all gone down here to turn around? I don't know. Yeah, 40k is now way too slow. I mean, come on. Okay. Oh, we got ourselves a convoy here. We got ourselves quite a convoy. Yep. That's going well. Okay. Can we maybe get you to force service? No, we can't. Okay. Well, you guys just replace yourselves when you decide you're ready to, and get us some slightly faster buses, because this is just... People are going to ask for their money back. That is just not going to fly. A lot of people waiting for the train, though. The train, very popular. Very happy with this. Gonna buy a second train. Because, well, I just said why. It's a very popular service. It's not rocket surgery. Yes, okay. So with the need to stop at Heidi corrected, bypassed, skipped, something. Next stop is Göttingen. Now, this is going to be a bit of a tricky town to build a station in. We can build one by the coast here with minimal raising of land, which I'm fine with. However, if we do want to expand it to 4 tracks, no, we might not. I was thinking maybe we'd have a junction over to this part of the world, but I guess we probably won't. So 2 tracks will probably be fine. I mean, bearing in mind we still have to service these towns down here, so we might yet go 4 tracks, but... Yeah, or we build it up here, but then it's sort of a fair way away from the centre of town. So it's kind of a catch-22, I guess. You know, we'll build it by the coast, and if need be, we've got the money, we can raise some land up. In fact, actually, before I do that, because I was just thinking, that's going to be expensive. You know what else is going to be expensive? Buying a lot of BR110s. That's not an electrified depot, so you can't see it, but bear in mind it's there and it's expensive. So let's have a look. It costs 2 million, you know, with change each. So we want to electrify this line, because if we have a look at Essens, this is another thing I noticed between episodes, we have a lot of people that want to go via that town, this town right here. And I thought, why do they want to go via the slow line? Are they all going to these stations? Well, some of them are. But a lot of them are trying to transit through here because the service on the main line is so rubbish. So I thought if we electrify the main line, put a lot more trains on, we'll release some of the pressure on this line. So we're going to go ahead and electrify our mainline trains that come from Twistringen and go all the way down here to Neusterlitz. And then we'll push the steam off and send that somewhere else because we can. So we'll go ahead and electrify all of these tracks here. Now we've got to be careful we don't miss anything because, well, we all know how well that goes when we do that. So connect up like this, electrify up here. Yep, we're not missing a single tile because otherwise it's all going to go very wrong. And then I'll get confused, blame the train, and you'll all be sitting there going, nah, dummy, it's not the train's fault, it's your fault because you're inept. And I'll be like, well, okay, I know that, but you didn't have to point it out so harshly. Could have just said you made a mistake, and, you know, hurt feelings will result. So, run this down here. Good. Connect up like this, and then these 2 tracks out here need to be done. I forgot we had these little goods trains going on. They're doing rather well for themselves. That's nice. So now we electrify up this way. Good, and we should be in a nice easy bit here. Just look at that money just ticking away. Ticking away as we spend it on copper wires. Yep, as if it was just that easy. Good, connect this up, and then that should connect up to the existing electrified network, up to Wolfsbad, which is becoming quite a busy little station. We will definitely need to expand this station in time, because it's already, you know, pretty much at capacity and it's only 4 tracks. So... before we do that, I will actually get some benefit out of this electrification. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trains on at the moment. Clearly, we need a few more. So I'm going to go ahead and buy myself one of these little fellas, the BR11111110. Give him a couple of mail vans, and then let's give him a lot of passenger cars. And we will retrofit you to be F-Train. Interestingly enough, I can't retrofit the passenger cars to be F-Train, which is curious. So I guess this one's gonna go out in green. Guess we ran out of blue paint. It's just a thing we do. So I'm not actually going to share the orders with the steam trains because the steam trains we are going to replace completely on this line. But you watch my bank balance down there. It's currently nearly at 45 mil, and I'm going to try and build, let's say, 6 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Decimated. But you know what? These guys should all make money, because look at the amount of profit these guys are bringing in. So longer trains, faster trains, better horsepower, blah-de-blah-de-blah. I think we're going to do okay. And of course, they're all matching because I cloned them, but over time I will try and work to vary the train's appearance a bit. But yeah, so in fact, these trains, I do have a fancy color scheme in mind for when it becomes available. I'll just have to pay attention and make sure we catch them when that happens. Or we'll forget about it and put those fancy color scheme trains on a different track. I don't know. It'll sort itself out. But yeah, so the steam trains, I closed that window down. I shouldn't have done that. Very silly. These steam trains here, I would like to take out of service. And we'll do that over at Essens. Wolf's Butt train depot. Actually, that is quite central. We'll just take them out of service at Wolf's Butt. And we will be redeploying them elsewhere on the network where we are still running steam. Possibly shortens to... Yeah, actually, no, we're running the diesels on that train, aren't we? Or are the diesels coming down here? I honestly can't remember what I did last episode, and for you it was a week ago. For me it was half an hour ago. Yeah, that's some good memory loss there. We're doing well. Well, there's a steam train going this way, so I'm assuming we've put the diesels on the line to shortens. Yes, we have. Knew it, called it, nailed it. I can't remember what the point of that was. I knew I wanted to send steam trains somewhere, but that's about it. Yes, so, sorry about that interruption. We are going to get back to connecting up Lerningen with Göttingen. These town names are very hard to pronounce. Well, if you're German, they're not, but for me, not German. Just, in case you weren't sure. Now, one other thing I wouldn't mind doing is I want to run a service from sort of Göttingen, even maybe from Wolfsbad, down here and then down this way to get to Solsglitter and then obviously down here. Although, would we connect that one up directly? No, probably not. This will probably be a dead end up here because these towns are so busy. Good, steam trains are starting to make their way back to the depot. Yeah, so we'll probably connect up through here to get down to these parts of the world here. So I'm thinking, do we have a little terminus here? Or do we... junction over here would probably be a bit messy. Actually, we can probably put the junction in here. Oh, we've got options. This is very confusing. Stick to the original script, connect Lerningen with Göttingen, and we'll go from there. So we'll start with a 2-track station. If I want to add more tracks on because I've changed my mind, we will do that later. Switch electrification off though, because I have a different train in mind for this route, and it's a doozy. In fact, I think we've already seen it. I think it tried to debut before and I shunned it, which does sound like something I would do. I'm a noted shunner of trains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles. Good. Fantastic. So we can swing this track. No, don't try and build down to the water. That would be silly. We can swing this track in around the town like this. Good. And as always, you'll see I remember to build the station first before I start making a bit of a mess with the landscaping. So we'll run this track down here in a straight line, and we'll run this track down here as well, and then we'll just connect up the two towns, which should be a fairly straight shot. We do want to make sure we go past that forest, which we've done. In fact, we might be able to get away with this with a really smooth curve. Oh, look at that. That is smooth. Very happy with that. Yes, look at that. That's great. That is grand. Run that down like that. Good stuff. And now we're just going to put the signals in. Hallelujah. And we will be... No, actually, don't put one there because you've still got trains turning around there. We'll just have to remember to put it back later. We'll run them down there. And then we'll just have to drag and drop them on this section. I hope that message down there wasn't important. I literally did not look at it. I just saw it there. What was that? No, it really was not important in the slightest. I did not miss anything at all. So we'll run these signals up through. Now, excuse me. So I'm trying to do something here. Get signals to place. And then it should be a fairly easy run up into Wolfsbad. However, I don't want to bring the line in too close to here due to mountain range. That will make building a junction difficult. So I'm actually going to try and swing it up around here and then put the junction in here where we've got a bit more breathing room. Specifically, we can bring a track out here, jump over the top with a bit of a tunnel. So if I do this, I can knock that down there. I hope a train doesn't show up and get upset with me. No, I think I got away with that. And we'll get rid of these signals here as well. And then we should be able to put in a decent junction here. And now you're probably wondering, why are you building such a fancy junction there when some of your other junctions have just been straight out crosses, where the track just crosses the opposite direction? Because we're also going to have a line coming down here, and we may as well use the same junction, because otherwise, you know, it just gets messy and you got junctions every couple of kilometers, and it's just not realistic. And as we know by now, I'm all about style over substance, at least when it comes to this game, because pretty might not pay the bills, but it looks good and makes me feel good about myself. So, you know, if it's not pretty, I'd just be some guy sitting in a room talking to himself, which would be weird. So we need a few signals up here. We need one in this direction here, and that should be all she wrote. Now, how are we going to get the freight trains down here, you're wondering? And if you're not wondering that, you should be wondering that, because I'm wondering that. I wonder a lot of things. So one option we could have is bring this down here like this and split off into 2 tracks here, and then have these tracks join up like that, which is what I'm gonna go for, I think. I'm wondering if we can't use this bridge we've already got here, or tunnel, to send the trains going this way up and over the top. But I think it's going to be a bit complicated. I think we'll just have the junction down here a bit. So this will be sort of a super junction-y area, you know, if that's what you're into. If that's not what you're into, look away now, because I'm committed now. It's happening. So what I'll do is I'll run this track up like this, up here, and then this will come around, and then these 2 tracks can merge up. Buggered that up, didn't I? Yeah, these 2 tracks can sort of merge up down here somewhere, and then split off again to go in their 2 separate directions. See, told you, super junction, as opposed to a regular junction, which is boring, and we don't want them. So electrify, we need to electrify these crossovers here, because obviously we're building electric trains. And then we will run this down here and run this straight into the sawmill instead of this sort of hodgy-podgy thing up here. And obviously you will switch over to this track in time. So again, get rid of these obsolete signals here. No, don't convert. And then we'll just drop a couple down like that. We'll need a couple more signals here. I hope that message down the bottom isn't important. I bet something's losing money because it's iron ore mine is closed. That seems to be how things go. These signals here are probably overkill. And we can drop down some electric signals here. Run them down like that. Now, while we've got no goods trains down there at the moment, except for the goods train that's actually in the siding, we may as well do the switch over now. Hopefully we get away with that. I think we did. I don't think anyone's gotten confused. No, we should have gotten away with that. That should be fine and or dandy. So obviously we've got a lot of obsolete signals here we can get rid of. And we'll just replace them with a couple of light signals there. Nope, no, sorry, I didn't mean it. Sorry about that. Okay. Are we cool? Everything okay? Yeah, we cool. He understands. He knows the score. He's a professional. And I've just gone and bunched those trains up again, haven't I? Yeah, that's some good work there. Good work, buddy. I'm good at this game. Now, one thing I do want to do, obviously, is put many more tracks in here, because more tracks is good. But, again, remember your own rules and your own advice. Extend your station first. Ooh, modern warehouses. Ooh, I do like a good modern warehouse. Now, let's have a look at that. We can put 3 tracks on, which is what we want, by 5. Let's put a 5-track modern warehouse down. I do like that. It must be said that I'm a fan of that. What is this? Small back. What's the difference? What's this look like compared to the other one? Okay. What if we do a 3-track one? How would that look different to the one we've already got? I'm confused. Literally no different. I'm assuming it only changes if you're building a 2-track station, because that looks exactly the same. Now, one thing I would like to do now is go down to ISR. No, fixtures. And we'll put in a few little finer details here just to give it a bit of variety. So we'll go ahead and put down just a plain 3 tracks by 2. Plain little concrete pad there. And we'll need some fancy buffers in. We'll go 3 by 1. Get your maths right. That doesn't really work because the fence doesn't come all the way down. Okay, we can fix this. Non-track tiles. No, it's... where's it hiding under? Freight station, general use. There it is. So we'll go ahead and put the fence around there. We're missing a fence here now. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. See? Fixed. Then we can put that there. In fact, why don't we just fill all that in with grass? It joins more than one station loading area. Oh, whoops. Stuffed that up somehow, haven't I? Of course, we didn't actually attach them. That should be 2 by 3. 3 by 3. There we go. That's better. I was thinking, how did I manage to bugger that up? I found a way. That's how. So all we need to do now is connect these 2 tracks up here. And then we can just squidge over to our larger junction here for our freighters. So 1 track coming in like that should be fine. I'll leave the existing tracks there. There's no point getting rid of them because, well, why remove something that's reasonably functional? I'm not going to say perfectly functional. Don't want to get ahead of myself because that does sound like something I would do. And then put the correct signals in so your trains don't get confused. Like that. That is good. And then that should be fine. We don't have any existing signals in this. No, because that's all platform. Have I made these stations longer? No, it was always that length. It's fine. I get confused. You're getting very old. Why didn't you auto replace? I specifically instructed you to auto replace. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. Well, that one's done. That's good. Get rid of that one. I'll give you another year or so. Hopefully you'll sort yourself out. Once you get very old, hopefully it'll tick in and fix that. You've got the message about what track you want to run on, and that will also have the benefit of freeing up a bit more trackage for the passenger trains to overtake. Excuse me. So that should be fine there. That's good. Now, we've got to finish connecting up down here as well, then connect up to here, and obviously connect up our forests. And no, that's electric. We don't want electric because we're not going over a big hill. If we were going over a big hill, we'd want electric. Remember the game plan. You know, what little plan there is. So yes, run some track down here, please. Good stuff. Okay, we're going up a little hill. It's not a big hill. It's a moderate hill. In fact, I'll actually back this off a bit and pop it up the hill there. There we go. And I'm hoping that we can still get some, I think the BR45, the big steam engine, because I really want to run a few more of those, because we're not really running very many, and that disappoints me because they're big and steamy and engine-y, and it's all kind of cool. So yeah, we'll put a set of points in here, running this up like this, and then what we'll also do is send that down like this and have a set of points in here. See, now you see what I was getting at with all the rambling and the waving of the mouse and the pointing at things and blah, 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 blah. So are you guys, you're all connected up. All we got to do is throw the signals down and everything should be fine. Why are you guys weird? Oh, what have I done over here? Oh, I've made a bit of a mess. Okay, let's just fix that and just do it properly this time. Yes. First time's the charm. If not, second time's the charm. Failing that, third time's the charm. Otherwise, we'll just give up and move on and play Solitaire or Free Cell or one of those other default free games that comes with Windows, because that seems to be more my speed. So chuck a couple of signals in here. And then obviously we'll need a signal at the end here. Ditto for the trains coming up. Oh, good. You've all bunched up behind the goods train somehow. Well done, team. That went well. So yeah, that's good. We've connected that up completely. I will also need a depot up here. So where can we squidge a depot in? Squidge one in right here, I guess. We've got points to come across like that, points to come down like that. That's fine. Good. So, yes, depot. The first wood station we built was right down here, which already had a depot, so go me. And no, sadly, the big steam lost forever. We do have the V200 though, and I like the V200, so I'm not too sad. Let's just go ahead and buy a lot of these. We'll stick with the 7-tile train for now. 325. Yeah, I don't want to get ahead of myself like I did with the electric trains and, you know, have things end in disappointment again. because some of those electric trains not make as much money as they could be, which is disappointing. So we've refitted you for wood. Yes, off you go, son. That is one. Oh, okay, well, one wood train down. He can't actually get out of the depot due to grain train. We've got a big pile of steam engines coming back into the depot up there, which is nice. Before we connect up the rest of these wood sidings, though, I do want to put on my fancy schmancy passenger train down to this part of the world. So that will be, we'll build that up at Wolf's Butt Train Depot. Yeah, we really need to expand this station too. So we're going to be building the VT11, which is some sort of fancy multiple unit intercity express. It's actually wearing the Trans-Europe Express or Trans-European Express colour scheme. So refit you for 40 bags of mail. And yeah, let's get some passenger cars down here. Now you don't get a dining car. That's okay. So we'll stick with a 4-tile train. How many passengers is that? 336. That should be sufficient. So start at Wolf's Butt, please. We don't want to have your service there because it involves crossing over. Your first stop will be Göttingen. Then you're going to stop at Lerningen. And then you're going to swing by Braunschweig, because that's a location that we're familiar with. And then you're just going to repeat going the other way. But Tinik, I hear you say. Or Trent, you can call me Trent if you want. I don't know. We're on a first name basis at this point. What are you going to do with those VT08s you bought last episode and won this episode? God, there goes the bank balance, doesn't it? Wacko. You know, they're quite happily running up to learning and turning around. Well, I got nothing. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. I actually was thinking about that between episodes, and I want to run them from Braunschweig out to Lingen and then either down to Salzgitter or onto these towns over here. But that will have to come in the future because, yeah, for now, I want to finish putting the trains on this main line here. So you guys, when you're done your running, we're going to send you back to the depot just temporarily. Because, yeah, I want to get the rest of these log trains done today. Oh, another forest down here. This is going really well. This sawmill is not going to know what to do with all the logs we're going to be bringing it. And then hopefully then we'll be able to bring more goods down to some of these towns if they accept goods. That one does not. Nor does it accept mail. That's disappointing. We might be able to sneak a bus stop in town. No, the town hates us. Okay. Well, that's going to hold things up a bit. That obviously wouldn't accept goods. It's too far out of town. We accept goods down here, though. Although, that said, that's going to be an awkward station to turn a goods train around at, so we might have to put in a goods siding. And they think we're appalling, so we can forget that idea for now. That was a nice idea. It was fun while it lasted. Yeah. Fun. Cool. Yes, so we need to put down... Oh, that's a terrible forest. Let's just skip that one. How are you 0 tons of wood? Well, I guess we'll skip that one as well. What about this forest? All these forests are rubbish. 72 tons of wood. Okay, this one isn't bad. Good thing we went all that effort to build the super junction when these forests are all absolutely rubbish. Frackin' forests. Okay, ISR stations, please. Go ahead and we'll just go 7 tiles for this one because it's very close to the sawmill and it's not a great forest, so I can't see it really performing too well. That's not me discriminating against this particular forest. That's just empirical evidence. What? How did... When did... What? Had... I don't... Wait, did I just build that? I didn't... Wow. My observation skills are... yeah, somewhat lacking today, apparently, because apparently I just built a station there and did not even notice. I mean, I've seen misclicks before. I've built random bits of track, and I'm like, what did I build that track there for? That was stupid. That one snuck up on me, though. Yep. Okay. We're just going to ignore that. Now, what are you having problems with? You are an iron ore train. You're a new iron ore train. Perform better. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess the iron ore mine isn't helping your case. Yes, okay. So, don't get too distracted. We still need to run a log train down there. So we'll go with the V200 again, please. And we need sort of, I guess, we'll stick with 5 for now. We'll see how we go. If we need to extend it, we've got the station room. We can make a longer train. Head up into Luchau Woods, And off you go there, fella. So that should be another good money spinner, which is important because apparently our coal mines are not making money. And I would have thought they would be. Why are you losing so much money? Where are you coming from? Hemmoor Mines. 24 tonne of coal. Oh, these coal mines are atrocious. How's this one going? 63 tonnes. Not as bad. What about you? 54 tonne. Ugh. 81, not too bad. 50. Ugh. Are you making a profit? Yes, you are. Okay, you're doing all right. Coal production slips. Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay. So coal, clearly not on our side at the moment. Good, you've come back to the depot. Well, given we're not building any stations for any of these forests, I guess we can put those diesels to work elsewhere by running our line out to Lingen. So we'll probably use the existing line we've got going for the farms. We'll just detour around, and eventually we will be double tracking, obviously. But for now, not really. So this train, I want to run up to Wilderman, and then to Lingen, and then probably down here to Salzglitter. And then Lingen will probably have an interchange for trains coming from this line over here, so you can switch to get down to Salzglitter or Wilderman as appropriate. But because Wilderman's such a tiddly little town, I'm just going to go ahead and create a nice little, sort of a more rural station scene than we're maybe used to for the last couple of parts. So we're going to go with a nice little 2-tile station here, and then we're just going to go ahead and throw a little footbridge in at this end here. Just to keep it interesting. So we've got a nice little car park at the front, and we'll connect a nice little bit of road up to it. There we go. So you can actually drive your car here. And that way we've got a little footbridge there so people can cross the track safely, if that's something they're into. If they want to live dangerously, by all means, go nuts. But don't you dare scare any of my train drivers by running across in front of them. Because if you've missed the train, you've missed the train. Didn't I fix you? Oh, you're a steel train. I didn't even know you were getting old. Well, I replaced him. No, quick, turn around and go to the depot. We'll replace you with a... Well, we can't replace you with a steam train like we did that one, but we can replace you with a different diesel. A better diesel. Yeah, better diesel. A V200 kind of diesel. Yeah. Make that happen. There you go. Look at that. Off you go, fella. That's how we do it. Now, where were we? We were over in this part of the world here. So now that we've connected up Wilderman, I'll whack a passing loop in here at the siding. Obviously, eventually we'll have to double track this, but for now, we'll keep it simple and keep it rural because, I don't know, I like a bit of variety in my trains, and it might not be as efficient, but I like having it so it just looks cool sometimes. So you guys, instead of going to Learningen, or Looney Tunes, you're going to go to Wildman and go back to servicing there, please. So off you go, guys. And now Wildman has a train service down to Braunschweig, and we should really rename that from docks to interchange. Because now people can come, well, really you can come from this part of the world here through Nienberg, down here, change for a train up to here, out to Wildman, eventually be able to access Salzglitter, not directly, but Bad Sasha and everything else. Yep, cool, grain production has dipped. But to finish things off today, talking difficult. I'm going to go ahead and build us a nice fancy station over here in Lingen, who should think we're okay. They don't even know we exist. Boy, you're going to regret that. And this will be an interchange between trains coming from Wildman to Salzglitter and Nibel down to those towns down there. So I'll probably want to build the town on the flat down here. Train 3 is getting up. The flying hamburger! Aww. I was quite fond of that train. I will have to demolish this poor person's house. Sorry. Because we're going to need to squeeze the station in here. We could try and build it over here. For trains. I guess then they'll have to come over the hill. Train 47's getting old. We might have to deal with you guys before we wrap the episode up too. And we've got some sort of bus available, which buses are evil. Okay, so we want to go with a 4-track station here, because we won't have the lines interconnect, we'll just have them pass each other. We want to accept passengers and mail. We want to build it... Actually, first things first, get a cheeky little bus stop in town here. No, we'll build that as a separate station. I held Katarl down by default, it seems, and attach you to Lingen. There we go. Good. So now, that'll increase our catchment in the town itself, but obviously this will be more of an interchange than a really busy station as a destination. Oh, we can build the flat roofs. Oh, hell, I'll take some of those, please. 4x1? Flatland required. You know what? That makes sense. I'm not even mad. No, that's lowering the land, you dingus. Okay. Yep, very good. Yep, good. Flat roofs. Oh, that looks nice. Modern. And now let's get a nice modern sort of station building in here. That looks modern. Does that look modern? This looks modern. Yeah, build that. Yeah, that goes well. Let's get a few more flat roofs in here. Good. And that is a 5-tile station. Cool. So that is as long as we need to build that. Now we need to squidge these tracks over here, so we'll probably back that off a bit and bring this down. Yeah, this is where we really get to know the town, and by that I mean make the town hate us, because I'm sure there's thousands of trees here that we are just butchering. Yeah, it's an environmental catastrophe. That's how that goes. So yeah, run this down. Actually, we'll just keep it as a little 2-track terminus for now, because we're not going to extend the line just yet. And then, did I see a train going this way? I did. Snake him. After Wildman, you can swing by Lingen, and then go by Wildman again. We probably will have to double track that station sooner rather than later, which is disappointing, but we can live with it. Where's the other train? He's not even... Is he en route? Oh, he's ahead of us. Okay, I thought he was behind us. That's fine. Wildman production grain increase. Did not string those words together very well. Train 5 is getting old. Train 6 is getting old. Oh, I just wanted to end the episode. Now I've got to replace a bunch of treasured old trains. Sad. Wrong way. There we go. Okay, so the flying hamburger should be here somewhere. We can probably just do a straight replacement of those with the VT08. So how many of you are there? 2. Okay, well, that's fair. Oh, you're the Flensburg train, of course. Well, let's just go ahead and do a straight-out replacement of you guys with a VT08 and refit the carriage, to mail. Thank you. So you copy, don't share, and clone. And we'll have to remember to send you to Flensburg first stop as well. Off you go, guys. And that means these 2 flying hamburgers are now going to be taken out of commission, sadly. I love them. Didn't get to build many of them before they stopped being available to build, but yeah, I always do. Okay, now I hate them because I wanted the nice dramatic scene, to farewell it coming through the... Broke down. Of course it did. Okay, we've got a couple of steam trains to replace, and then we can wrap things up. So you guys, is this even a very productive farm? It's not. Are you guys even making money? You're making a little bit. Yeah. I'm just wondering, maybe we'll save this for next time and we'll replace them with a couple of trucks, because that is not a great farm. And I do wonder about the efficiency of keeping trains running up there if we don't need it. So yeah, that'll do us, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go find somewhere interesting to finish the shot off with. We didn't get to see our BR110s in action, so here's one. Let's have a dramatic final shot here. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. It's been another great one for me, apart from all the frustration and the vehicles that were losing money and that iron ore mine that somehow moved. But the BR110 looks cool. Come back. There we go. Now we can talk and watch the train. Although it's now on a vertical bit where you can't tell what the train looks like, so that was a bit of a fail. But yeah, no, as I said, thank you for watching. I hope you'll join me next week as we continue to spread our tentacles across the map. We've only got a few towns to go to connect up, and then we'll start trying to tie in a few more industries. See where we've got way too many passengers waiting at the station, like this one. We're not following the train anymore. There we are. We've got a few more electric wires to string up, a few more new vehicles to build. We've got this thing available, apparently. But yeah, no, so yeah, as I said, I hope you'll tune in next time. Until then, I've been T-Nick. This has been Open TTD with the DBXL set. Thanks for your company. See you all next time. Later days. Train 47, what did I want from you? Oh, yes, I'm just going to scrap you. Bye, flying hamburger. Bye.